Amable y gentil teleauditorio, muy buenas tardes, feliz sabadito bonito. De nuevo les saluda su servidor y amigo Armando Rangel, el locutor número 19. Estamos aquí en el South Texas College, estamos en el departamento de Advanced Manufacturing Technology, claro, con una entrevista muy interesante con mis compañeros, el capitán Benjamin Valdez y el teniente Mike Gamboa. Una entrevista muy interesante, especialmente para todos aquellos que están buscando seguir una carrera tecnológica. Y bueno, los voy a dejar con ellos. Les recuerdo que este programa es traído a ustedes por una gentil cortesía de Pueblo Tire Sales Service a través de 5.2 Somos el Valle. Así que adelante, compañeros, take it away.
Thank you, Armando. You can get a refill with lemonade and another taco for you. Thank you for being with us today again in the blink of an eye with yours truly, Benjamin Valdez.
And Mike Gamboa.
And here we are, Mike, again at South Texas College, where they offer so many educational programs.
That's
and
right.
Today we are in this department where Advanced Manufacturing Technology. Man, that sounds complicated.
Yes, it does.
But we're going to learn a lot about more of this technology that's all around us, and it's coming, and it's here, and it's going to continue to grow. So today we're going to have an interesting interview that talks about that and much more. So we're glad that you're with us today, and again, thank you for giving us the opportunity from Pueblo Tires and Service to help you keep your cars in optimum condition.
Thank you for being with us again. And of course, you know that Pueblo Tires is open from Monday through Saturday, 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. And we also have financial options for you.
That's right.
Up to 24 months to pay, no credit needed. Don't be waiting for your income tax. Come now.
No credit needed, that's right. So again, join us at one of the Pueblo Tires locations or look us up on shampoozy.com or call 855-412-8473. Again, now we're going to take a little break and we're going to be right back and we're going to know more about advanced manufacturing technology here at South Texas College. And don't forget that nobody likes you more than Pueblo Tires and Service. We'll be right back.
Nobody.
Well, hey, folks, don't wait on your next paycheck or your income tax refund. That's just silly. We got payment options that include up to 100 days early payoff. You betcha, that's right.
So what happened to the 24 months to pay, Shampoozy?
Folks, we still got that. You can choose to pay early or take up 24 months. It's your choice, but do it today. Shampoozy.com. That's right, Kev Island.
And here we go. Mike, we're happy to be here again.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure because we learn so much. And here we are with Arthur Barber, Program Chair of Manufacturing Advanced Technology here at South Texas College. Mr. Barber, thank you for having us here.
Thank you for having me.
And Mr. Barber, you know, Pueblo Tires, we're doing this show going on site, and it's very interesting to look at all these machines. They look quite expensive. In a few minutes, you're going to tell us a little bit of what you all teach here. Now, when I talk about advanced manufacturing technology, you know, in our world, when it comes to cars, every year cars are more complicated.
Yes.
What is it that, in a basic terminology, what are you teaching here?
We're giving students the building blocks to be able to take parts, inspect them, learn how to read blueprints, and learn how to manufacture them either in a manual fashion or all the way to computer-controlled fashion.
Mike, I don't know if you've ever been involved in any manufacturing.
No.
I have had some experience, but I was on the, you know, we were on the assembly side of it. We had manufacturing department, we had a tool room, welding department. So I've been around it, but these young men and women that are here, you're preparing them for the real world.
Yes.
And like you said, no particular mastery, but once they get out there, for example, I see places where they're hiring machine shop operators.
Yes.
Is this what it's preparing them for, that kind of opportunity?
Yes, definitely. We're preparing them for different avenues in manufacturing. That could be plastic injection molding. It could be a machine operator for a CNC, a company that operates CNC machines. It can be a tool and die maker for a company that repairs molds, or some kind of subset of the plastic injection molding field.
Mike, we carry wheels and tires, of course. Mike's our inventory manager. Now, I understand, I got information that you all, people from, or students can someday work on wheels.
Yes.
Steel wheels, aluminum wheels.
Yes.
Do you actually have wheels here that they design, or how does that go?
Yes, we actually have small versions of wheels that students can practice on. We teach them to manufacture things from small little trinkets to small molds, We can also have them manufacture something much larger on some of our bigger machines that are more expensive.
Okay.
But we teach them how to design and how to create 3D models all the way to a finished part.
Mike's our inventory manager, and you purchase wheels, Mike.
Yes.
Would you say that there's more steel wheels out there or aluminum wheels, or is it 50-50?
Kind of a combination of both, mainly on what is going on. Is it a steel wheel? The majority of the time will go on, those commercial vehicles, and then aluminum will go on those sporty vehicles, or the ones that regular customers buy, for pleasure or work. And but there's different types, and of course it's important to know that here at STC, this kind of program exists.
I have a question for you, Mr. Barber.
Sure.
We have wheels that customers bring in. Sometimes they're bent or slightly damaged. And there are places here in the valley where they actually repair them.
Yes.
I'm just curious, if we brought you one of those wheels, could you possibly repair it? Or
We don't have the equipment that's specialized for that industry, but
Okay.
some of the equipment we use is very similar. We
Okay.
use lathes so we can turn large objects. We just don't have the forming equipment to be able to bend them back or
Okay.
repair them.
I was just curious because there is a lot of business for that.
Yes, definitely.
And a lot of folks want to get their wheels repaired because, you hit a pothole and you can mess up your wheel. And we see a lot of that too.
Yes, and they are kind of expensive, especially if you want the same original wheel. It's going to be a pretty penny for you to actually buy that wheel. My question is, after they go through all this study and hands-on, what kind of degrees can they actually get? Is it a certificate? Is it an associate, bachelor's?
Yes, we offer 2 degrees. We offer the certificate, and that leads directly into our associate's degree. So our certificate is 2 semesters long, 30 credit hours, and then our associate continues on from there. It ends up being at 60 hours. And if students want to go into engineering or they want to go work for a company and do some kind of management, we also have our degree stacks onto our BAT program, so they can have a Bachelor of Applied Technology in Technology Management.
Mr. Barber, I've got one more question before we
Sure.
take a break. Now, what got you involved in manufacturing? And you're originally from the Valley, correct?
Yes.
But what got you involved in this type of field?
My dad is a mechanic. He worked for Ford for quite a long time, so I've always been around mechanically inclined people. So I got into actually machining hands-on by wanting to make accessories for paintball markers. So
Okay.
I learned how to make them at a young age, and then went through the program myself to hone my skills, and eventually worked into the position I'm in now.
Well, the Valley's growing so much, Mr. Barber, and we're proud to be here with you guys and knowing what South Texas College offers to the community here in South Texas. And, we're originally from the Valley as well, but I'm glad to see a lot of young men and women that are putting their efforts into learning a trade or, something that can carry them through the rest of their life. Because it's not easy. It's not easy in the real world. And what they're learning here is giving them a foundation so that out there they can, go in and have success. And we thank you for what you're doing. And thank you for having us here again. So, Mr. Barber, we're going to take a little break right now because we got to pay some bills too. But we'll be right back in the blink of an eye, so don't go away.
Así es, amigos, hasta 24 meses para pagar. Y no necesitas crédito. Si ellos dicen no, nosotros decimos sí. Llevo eso al banco, puedes apostar.
No hay tal cosa sin pusiste apuesto.
Sí, tienes la opción de hasta 100 días para pagar temprano. No esperas el income tax. Ven hoy mismo. Aplica, compra y disfruta. Así es, shampoozy.com. ¡Que bailen!
Bueno, gentiles televidentes, continuamos con su programa favorito, In the Blink of an Eye. cortesía de Pueblo Tires and Service. Recuerden, tenemos 13 tiendas en el Valle para servirle a usted y también en Alice y Kingsville. Y muy pronto vamos a estar abriendo otra nueva tienda, ya les diremos dónde. Mientras tanto, continuamos con este programa. El capitán Benjamin Valdés y el teniente Mike Miguel Gamboa están en una interesante entrevista aquí en el Departamento de Fabricación de Tecnología Avanzada dentro del South Texas College, aquí por el World Road y la 1016 o Military Highway. Y bueno, continuamos. Esperamos que les esté gustando este programa. Y no dejen de escucharnos a través de la radio también, de lunes a viernes, de 4 de la tarde a 5 en 15:30 AM de la ciudad de McAllen. Continuamos con este programa y pues regresamos con el capitán y el teniente. Take it away.
Thanks, Armando. Again, folks, welcome back to In the Blink of an Eye with yours truly, Benjamin Valdez.
Mike Gamboa.
And again, Mike, we're happy to be here. And here we are again with Mr. Arthur Barber, Chair of Department of Manufacturing and Advanced Technology here at South Texas College. Mr. Barber, right behind us is a machine that I can't begin to say what it does, but it looks very complicated. What's the name of this machine behind us here?
This is a Haas VF4 vertical machining center.
Did you get that?
And what does it do? I mean, what's the whole?
Basically what it does is it's a big robot. It takes codes that we teach students how to read and how to program, and it goes to different coordinates with different size cutters to remove material.
You got something in your hand here that looks kind of fancy. Is this something of, what do you call it, a product or
Yes.
something of what this machine is capable of doing?
Yes, this is a small part. This machine's capable of machining a part that's about 20 inches in diameter. So it could do a smaller wheel. It can do other types of parts as well.
Now, does it deal with steel, aluminum, or both, or
Everything.
brass,
Yes, it can machine steel, plastics, aluminum.
iron?
Yes. All different types of materials.
Well, you know, as we mentioned before, we carry wheels, and that's what that reminds me of, Mike, kind of a wheel material of some sort.
Yeah.
And now, a machine like this, as part of the training program here, obviously they got to go through stages, I would
Yes.
imagine. Is this machine like the icing on the cake, or is it one of the first stages of their actual learning?
Okay, actually, we try and get the students started as soon as possible within the first semester. They're actually learning how to program on this or smaller machines, and then this machine's utilized all the way up until the very end of the program.
Now, how many machines do you have in this department? I mean, roughly speaking, different types.
Different types, we have around 25 different machines, various sizes, and each one has its own purpose.
Well, you know, I've heard this, I don't know if you call it a cliche, but education is not free, but it can give you a good footing on life. Education is worth the investment.
Yes.
A machine like this, how much are we talking about in dollar-wise? How much is it?
It's about, this machine was about $77,000. At companies, though, it's an investment, but it can pay for itself very quickly.
Exactly. So, you know, Mike, we're in an industry where we have technicians, trained technicians, and we've always said, you know, they got toolboxes that are, you know, as big as this table, tall, and they got up to $20,000 worth of equipment in there, tools that they need. So, you know, you want to get an education in South Texas College, it's a well worth investment in any field, really. But we're learning so much about this particular field now. Once before, we heard in one of your other interviews that we had with one of your other departments how manufacturing is coming back. It's making like a big comeback.
Yes.
What do you see in that area as far as the world today?
It's definitely making a big comeback, utilizing higher technology equipment, robotics, utilizing CNC machines like this help bring the cost of items down. So we are seeing a big influx of manufacturers in the valley.
Yeah, you mentioned robotics. We learned about that the last time, Mike. How a lot of the robotics scene is in cars that are going to be driving themselves and other things. So technology is good, and you know, in our world it can be complicated, and that's why it's so important to stay on top of technology.
Yes.
And the foundation that you're giving your students here, and I think you mentioned, it's not like they're going to leave here as a master of a certain you know, ability, but it's giving them a foundation so anything that has to do with manufacturing out there in the real world, as we call it.
Yes.
We call it Realville. They've got a good background, a good foundation of what you said, reading some measurements, tapes. You know, I was in manufacturing many moons ago, and maybe some of that technology is still around. Would you say maybe 20 years ago, a lot has changed, I would imagine,
Yes, definitely.
when it comes to machine shops. But one thing that hasn't changed is that I think here in the Valley, Mike, and you're from the Valley as well, you know, I come from the era, Mr. Barber, where we didn't have cell phones. You know, and today everybody's got a cell phone. So again, it's amazing what you're doing right here. And this particular machine here, again, give us the name of this machine again.
This is a Haas VF4.
Haas VF4,
Yes.
okay. And this machine, does it need maintenance from time to time?
Yes,
And you all do that here.
yes,
Every machine here requires
machine.
maintenance. Just like we say your car requires maintenance,
Yep.
these machines require maintenance.
definitely.
And you all provide that too?
Yes, we have 2 lab technicians that are constantly making sure that all our equipment's up to date and that it's maintained well.
Okay. Well, Mike, again, it's very interesting.
Very interesting, just like, you know, the machine maintenance, you know, you can maintenance your vehicle at Pueblo Tires, any of our locations. We're open Monday through Saturday, 7 to 6, with trained technicians to better serve you.
That's right. And again, we're proud to be here, and STC has so much to offer. Unfortunately, I didn't go to college, but now I can say I'm going to college. So again, thank you for having us here, Mr. Barber.
Of course, thank you for
And
being here.
thank you for everything you're doing. And but now we're going to take another little break, okay? And we'll be right back to finish off this segment with Arthur Barber, chair of the Manufacturing Advanced Technology here at South Texas College. And thank you for joining us again. We'll be back in the blink of an eye.
Invierno, primavera, verano y otoño. El año 18 se ha terminado. Cambia el aceite de tu carro. Si no te dejará tirado. You betcha.
Ahora te crees poeta, Shampoozy.
Tienes la opción de hasta 24 meses para pagar y no necesitas crédito. Cantarás un nuevo canción, shampoozy.com. ¡Qué alegría en mi corazón! Así es que bailen.
Amigos, ¿qué tal? Les saluda Armando Rangel, el locutor número 19 de Pueblo Tires and Service. Como habíamos prometido, vamos a estar visitando lugares donde pues dan servicio a la comunidad o también lugares de interés especialmente para los estudiantes, los hombres, las mujeres del mañana. Y nos encontramos precisamente en las instalaciones de South Texas College, de aquí de el Ware Road y de la carretera 1016 o Military Highway. Una interesante entrevista que está llevando a cabo mis compañeros, el capitán Benjamín Valdés y el teniente Mike Gamboa. Claro, esperamos les guste esta entrevista de In the Blink of an Eye, y también los quiero invitar para que nos vean todos los sábados aquí en este canal, 5.2 a las 6:30 de la tarde, y nos escuchen en radio en 15:30 AM de lunes a viernes. In the Blink of an Eye. Continuamos y regresamos con mis compañeros, el capitán y el teniente. Take it away, boy.
Thanks, Armando. Again, folks, we're back here. Mike, we're happy to be here again, and now we're surrounded by several instructors here at STC College, where we've learned more about manufacturing advanced technology. So, Mr. Arthur Barber, tell us who's here with us this moment.
These are all members of the Advanced Manufacturing Technology Department. We'll start over here with Mr. Samuel Montejano. This is Edgar Turbiates. Then we have Mr. Gary Ray. Then we have Dr. Esmeralda Adame and Mr. Mario Oliveira.
All right. Well, as you can see, you got a great group of instructors. Real quick, let's start from my right. How long have you been here, sir?
This is my 7th year.
7th year.
I want to make 7 years, yeah.
All right.
Going on 15 years.
15 years.
3.5 years.
3.5 years.
7 years.
7.
2 years.
2 years. Mr. Barber?
Almost 10.
10. So if somebody does the math, you got a lot of experience here combined. And obviously you enjoy what you're doing, right?
Absolutely.
And do you find that a lot of these young men and women, I mean, to succeed in any business, in any trade, or they got to have a passion. They got to have the desire to learn. Is that what you all see? Anybody can comment on that? I mean, on your experience, maybe. Some students, obviously, maybe they come in here with a desire, but you know, this is not for me. I mean, what can you tell us in that about that? Do the students that come in here mostly they stick? Do they every now and then somebody says, you know what, thanks but no thanks? What would you say about that?
All the students, we keep them here, and we put we explain all about manufacturing, and at some point they get excited as well as we do. So basically, at some point we inspired them to be in this field because of the things that we showed them, and then they show interest and passion for what we do as well.
I would imagine, Mr. Barber, just like you told me, you folks were probably inspired, or you had an experience that got you to take up this type of work.
Yes.
If anybody wants to share something, I know Mr. Barber his dad was a mechanic. Anything you want to share?
Well, growing up, me myself, I've always been hands-on, right? And I noticed a lot of students that come in here, they're very hands-on and tech savvy. So they have the knowledge. Growing up, maybe something, sparked that interest in them. And they come here and we kind of refine that skill that they already have, but we kind of just, we give them a good overall experience of what it takes to succeed in the manufacturing industry, as far as CAD/CAM design, to loading up these machines and manually working them, to transferring that knowledge over to the CNC. So they have what it takes, and we kind of just help them and, lead them down the right path.
I agree. And from my experience, it's been like most of us here in this room, we come from industry backgrounds, so the students really enjoy the fact that we can incorporate much of what we've seen and done before working here at South Texas College in the classroom. So this way, whenever they go to work, it's the same thing, just maybe on a more fast-paced fashion.
Okay, well, how about yourself?
I was an influence. I found this program at the high school, and I went through the dual enrollment program, and I had instructors that influenced me, and they caught my interest in machining. So I came back, so that way I could influence students also.
There you go. How about you?
Great. What we do with our students, again, like Mario said, we try to inspire them to not only finish with us, but keep going forward. We try to do activities. We try to do, whether they're in shop, whether they're in the lab, whether it's in the classroom, we try to expose them to industry as well. So we try to take them on tours. We do expos. We do competitions. We do a lot of things to keep them engaged and to have them move forward. And we always encourage them to not just stop here, but to maybe pursue engineering. So.
Sounds great, Mr. Barber. And in all honesty, we all want a good paying job. Mm-hmm. And today, if you gotta know that technology is there. So if you're taking up this field, I'd imagine the opportunities are great out there in the real world to make a good living.
Yes, definitely.
Would you say that? Because these machines, Mike, that we saw a little bit of an example of what that machine can do. And all the machines in here, they're so complex and advanced that if you want to make a good, solid living, I think this is one of the ways to go. But I appreciate what you all said, because they mentioned about influence, Mike. Yes. And, in our industry, we realize the power of influence, especially on younger people. And a lot of you, well, most of you here, are relatively young. Some of these, he looks very young over there. He looks like he just got out of junior high. But, I like that word, influence, because you're not only just teaching them, but you're teaching them the ways of life and again, a purpose in life. And I think that goes beyond the classroom. And so we appreciate what you're doing here, and thank you for having us here on behalf of Pueblo Tires and Service. We're very happy, Mike, to be part of this series that we're doing here. Would you say so?
Extremely happy to be here. Like you see, like a lot of experience here. Also, Pueblo Tires has been in business for 47 years. Yeah. And we keep on growing. And it's just, showing our youth as well, that come in that want an opportunity to work with Pueblo, just, guidance, and it's exactly what you guys are doing here.
Exactly. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Because this show is all about the community and how we can help the community, provide information to the community. And like you said, 47 years of serving the community. In Spanish, there's a saying. It says que el que no sirve, no sirve. And here, they're serving the community. And before we log off, just want to remind you, I need your help, okay? I need you all's help. At the very end, we're all going to say nobody, okay? Just follow my lead, okay? Folks, we thank you for joining us today in the blink of an eye here from South Texas College, where we learn more about advanced manufacturing technology. And we want you to remember this. Nobody, but nobody loves you more than Pueblo Tires and Service and South Texas College. You all ready? Nobody!
Well, hey, folks, don't wait on your next paycheck or your income tax refund. That's just silly. We got payment options that include up to 100 days early payoff. You betcha, that's right. ¡Que bailen!
Pues, amables televidentes, hemos llegado al final de uno más de los programas de In the Blink of an Eye. Nos esperamos el próximo sábado a las 6:30 de la tarde, aquí en su canal 5.2, Somos el Valle.
And we want to thank you for being with us today, and we're going to see you on the next show as well. Thank you.
Yes, we're closing off our show today, and here we are with Esmeralda and Gary in one of their classrooms. Gary, I believe this is one of your classes that you do exactly, or is that so, or am I in the wrong track here?
This is one of our classrooms that we use to teach CNC programming and 3D designing.
All right. And Esmeralda,
Yes, I
talk to
wanted
us
to.
about some scholarship programs that I heard about.
Yes, we have in our Advanced Manufacturing Technology program, we have several companies that work with us to help our students advance in their associate's degree. For example, right now we have Haas Automation that donated $20,000. That's going to be distributed to 20 students, given $1,000 each. And also we have Royal Technologies had given us $8,000. And South Texas Manufacturing Association has provided monies as well. And everything in efforts to expand our students to go into the associate level.
Wow, well, there you go. How can they reach you if somebody would like to call, or I know you have a website, but is there a number you can give us, or a website?
We do have a phone number. You can reach my phone number will be 956, of course, 872-6107. And to get access to those scholarships, Gary, where can students go?
The scholarships, you can find them on our webpage at South Texas College under the manufacturing program. You could also find them on our Facebook. It's Jaguars Manufacturing.
All right. Well, again, thank you folks for having us. Mike, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yes, as always.
And Armando, ha sido un placer, ¿verdad?
Igualmente.
Una experiencia. Again, we've learned so much. We can't cover everything in 28 minutes, but every time we're here, we learn something new. And again, it's just amazing what you all are doing for the community. And we're so glad to see a lot of young people, both men and women, taking up these courses. And of course, we're going to continue our series, Mike, with STC, because they got so much more to offer. You know, and it's a privilege for us as Pueblo Tires and Service, serving the community, because in today's world, Esmeralda, Gary, you know that without the foundation of technology, it's difficult to find a job out there. It'd be very difficult to find something meaningful that pays well. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. You know, and of course there are the manual laborers, the blue collar, but students that are taking up these kind of courses, they're doing the right thing, I believe, whether they got advice from their parents or somebody, but I think they're on the right track here at STC College. And again, thank you for having us here, and we hope that this information will be a benefit to you and your family. And again, visit us at Pueblo Tires, look us up on shampoozy.com, or call 855-412-8473. And nobody loves you more than Pueblo. Don't forget that. Nobody.